Hi, this is Ankita Roy, and this is an M96 MC digital story, and the topic is the Idiot Boxer's Influence, Couch Potato or a Competent, a Sociocognitive Case Study.
As a child, I really enjoyed watching television shows. In the early 1990s, television shows like Shaktiman and Shakalaka Boom Boom were really popular among Indian kids.
Close at all. My remote cameras recorded everything. It doesn't take a supercomputer to figure out who you are. You're shocked.
Louise, you mustn't tell anyone. If I'm to truly help the world, no one must know who I really am. Please?
Don't worry, dear. I'll keep our little secret in my 256-bit encrypted password vault.
Turn up the heat in here.
Yes, General.
That was totally awesome. I can't wait to see what else it does. When can I field test it?
As soon as we get back from lunch, it'll be packed up and ready to go. Won't it, Vehan?
Sure thing, Professor. I'll have it ready within an hour. Which doesn't give me much time.
Why don't you look where you're... Vehan?
Lena!
Where are you off to?
The park?
So am I. If Shaktiman shows up at the dedication of his club, I'm going to get the scoop.
You're going to buy him ice cream?
No, it's a journalism term that means getting the story first. Why are you going to the park?
Me? I was just going to meditate.
What are you waiting for? Go on. You have to put your token in first.
Do you think he'll show up? We posted it everywhere on the internet. He's got to know about it. And we begged him so hard. How could he say no?
Maybe he's too busy saving someone to come to our club dedication.
Are you kidding? He can be in two places at once. He's Shaktiman. Yeah, for sure.
When I was asked to choose a topic for this module, I immediately chose to research on television and its effects, both on children and culturally. The reason why I chose to research on this topic was because social scientists, media specialists, educators, and child specialists have always been concerned with the effects of television on young minds.
Exploring their world.
All right. What do you suggest to your patients regarding TV, and do you discuss the role that TV has in a child's life?
Well, TV is a big topic for well visits in young children especially, but actually all ages. These days, of course, it's not just TV, it's screen time. We have kids spending enormous amounts of time on iPads, on the computer, and even on their smartphones, right? But probably for the younger age group, that 0 to the preschool age group, it's mostly going to be TV, although I see iPads moving in and those sorts of modalities. One of the most important things that you can do as a parent, especially of a very young child, is limit their screen time. Limit the amount of time they're watching TV.
This is a qualitative research, and I have used interview and online focus groups for my research. It has been argued that in every society in which television has been introduced, there has been a subsequent decrease in the time devoted to socialize with friends, sleep, household chores, reading books, magazines, or newspapers. During my research, I have found that some researchers have solely considered the negative impacts of watching television on young kids. But is it really so? The difference between focus groups and interview is that in a focus group comprising of 6 to 10 people, great deal of information can be shared. Unlike structured, semi-structured, or unstructured interviews, where the role of the interviewer is to ask specific questions to the interviewee. Interview is appropriate when participant hesitates to speak in front of a larger group. However, one cannot rule out the fact that an interview may have uncertain messages if the interviewee is not comfortable enough, and the focus group's large size might go uncontrollable. To start with, I created an online focus group where I emailed the questionnaire to the participants. The online focus groups helped me to attain some valuable data. In the busy social life, the online focus groups came handy as it is not only cost effective but also time saving. In order to carry out my research reflexively, I went through the works of reflexive research on television. Reflexivity has been quoted by Callis and Sperridge as the constant assessment of the relationship between knowledge and ways of doing knowledge. As a reflexive researcher, I looked at my childhood television consumption. After office hours, the sitting room was the only common space my family chose to relax. Being a nuclear family, we bonded over shared television watching. During my summer holidays, my friends would come to our house to watch their favorite television shows. Well, one cannot rule out the fact that television does not show violence or negative contents. I have noticed television play a considerable part in a mother's life. When she has multiple works to perform and chooses to engage the child in television watching while she is away. Pro-social contents that showed violence for good, in fact, made a child conscious to differentiate between good and bad. My online focus group and reflexive research methods also helped me to understand the cultural context of television. While doing my research, I came across certain theoretical concerns of reflexivity in qualitative research. According to Steedman, knowledge cannot be separated from the knower. Starting in the 1960s, the empirically oriented researchers have been widely criticized. The researchers automatically seen as anti or non-positivist. The anti-empiricists suggested that the impregnation of scientific activity between reality and text leaves the research uncertain or non-existent. In my experience, the study of a confusing and contradictory but often surprising and inspiring empirical material has much to offer. During my research, I adjusted, refined, and successively developed my empirical area of application. Data is always inserted in a semantic frame, which thus gives them a sense to begin with, and this reasoning can be extended to research process. The empirical researchers therefore study things in their natural setting, attempting to interpret them. After 3 months of extensive research on television and its cultural impacts, my dissertation project would be developed around the impact of television culturally on India and Bangladesh. To end with, being a neighboring country, often soaps and operas have shared watching in both the countries, and nowadays, Indian drama serials are very popular in Bangladesh.
When the best of me is with the best of you, It's wonderful to see the things we do. You let your love light shine right next to mine as we lighten and brighten the darkest hue. You and me and you. You and me.